What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more garbage, and we're going back to their 1995 self-titled album. And the next tune is Dog New Tricks, seemingly playing off the expression, you can't teach an old dog a new trick, the idea that past a certain amount of time and experience, one becomes so comfortable with, if not ingrained in, your particular set of understandings and means or methods of doing things, that learning something new, something drastically different from those approaches to whatever processes are at hand, becomes exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, a bridge too far. Whereas if you're still young and you're still figuring different ways, you're still mapping out different possibilities for understanding and behavior, then perhaps learning something dramatically new and different, and especially, related to cognitive elasticity, which tends to be greatest when you are very young and diminishes over time, it will be easier to incorporate something new or to assimilate a new type of behavior. So that being the basis for this sort of truncated rendering of the phrase, it makes me wonder, whether this is about someone who just can't break away from the way they do or understand things. Maybe it is about someone who's willing to try a new trick, if you will, despite being an old dog in that sense. Maybe it's just sort of playing off the phrase and it actually is not directly related to that principle. Let's find out. This is Garbage. I was going to say Garage for a second there. This is Garbage. The tune is Dog New Tricks, and it's from the 1995 self-titled album. Smoky, hazy.
I wish I had not woke up today. Everyone mistakes the things you say. Take a simple truth and twist it all around. Make it sound important, make it seem profound. Dog tricks, nothing never stick. Dog tricks, even if it feels so worthless.
It's smoky but electrifying. It's like live wire.
Died or left or just forgot to stay. Sometimes took for granted, sometimes turned away, sometimes didn't say what I meant to say. Dog tricks, nothing never stick. Dog tricks, even if it feels so worthless.
I like that. That shout. It's got a menace.
Would have picked you for what you have become. Everyone lies, everyone cheats, not like you've done. Dog
I love that.
tricks, nothing never stick. Dog tricks, even if it feels so worthless. Dog tricks, nothing never
I love it. Yeah, menace and scowling right to the end and then out the door. Um, I heard the title phrase like 100 times, but I could not get a number of the other lines in their entirety. There's always like one word that I wasn't hearing. So thematically, I'll have to listen again. I'm sure some people will comment, shout out in advance. But sonically, another delightfully dark but also delicious offering. As I said, there's like this smoky, grungy sort of haze over the tune, this like black fog, but it was electrified. It had this like charge to it, so it was a really cool synthesis of those sort of atmospheres. And yeah, her voice, it's always compelling, it's always a bit haunting. I always feel like, she might lash out lyrically at any minute. So the menace, it was well articulated in her vocals as well. So even if it was, she wasn't shouting or going out of her way in the main lead, I assume the shouting, like backing vocal, was also her, and that obviously was much more intense. But I like the way it was placed. I like how it was a sort of an underlayer to the main vocal work. So cool composition as well. Shout out to Philip once again for sharing this album in the larger discography. And that reminds me, I originally got to them through a Lucky Dip reaction. And ultimately, the tune that we skipped over to do this one is the tune that I had first reacted to, Stupid Girl. So yeah, ultimately, I just wanted to mention, because I was supposed to mention that at the beginning, and then I realized like a minute into the tune that I forgot. So yeah, we did skip over that track, but I had already reacted to it, so you can check that out if you didn't see it. And yeah, we'll keep moving through this album and the next one after that. So let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.